everyone. I'm so excited to be here. My client, Maria, and I are going to talk to you about her journey with working with me and what that's been like. I'm going to wait for her to pop on, but as you are here, let us know that you're here. Super excited that you're watching this. Okay, Maria wants to be my video. Add. This is so fun. Hello!
Wow, that's so cool.
I know, it's so fun. Okay, really quickly, I'm gonna make sure all is well on here, and we're gonna share this. But I'm excited, and then I have to mute this camera so I don't look so crazy. Cool. How's your day going? How's your day going?
Oh, good. Sorry. I think it broke out because I didn't hear that. Good.
Okay.
How's yours going?
Wonderful. I'm really excited to do this. Okay, let's go ahead and share this really quickly. Okay. I think we should be good. Let's make sure we're all okay. Perfect. Yay. Everything is live. We are here. Let's talk. I'm excited. Okay. Cool. So I'm super excited, you guys. So Maria is one of my VIP one-on-one girls, which is so much fun. And I love that program. So I really want to talk to you about your journey and like what it's been like to work with me and just your thoughts and yada, yada. But first I'm going to start off and just introduce myself so people know what I'm here to do. And then we'll dive in. Sound good?
Sounds great.
Okay. So for those who don't know, I am Brooke Allison. I'm a mind shift coach and an achievement strategist. So I help women up-level their confidence within themselves and in their businesses to really become unstoppable. And together we just design a life and a business that they are madly in love with, which is super fun. So Maria, I don't know if you saw this, but I titled this, what did I title it? It was like from fearful to begin to fully stepping into her like powerful badass self or something like that. I don't even know what I titled it. And massively raising your prices, because that's literally like what I feel like we've done together. But I just want you to start by talking about, where you were before our very first like call together. What did your life look like?
Yeah. So when I was considering launching my business, when I found you initially, my hair is like in my shirt and it's like tickling my chest. Okay, there we go. When I first found you, I was just a college student working 2 part-time jobs, looking for something else. I was in an 8-week program that was kind of putting me on the path to starting a business and how to work it online. It was my first ever kind of initiation into this field. And I was wanting to start my business in November. I had like the date set. I think it was like November 11th or something silly. I don't even know. And I found you like in October, and we were chatting and we were just like getting along like friends do. And I was like, oh, I want to launch my business, but I'm too scared and I have to wait because this is my launch date. And you were kind of like, why are you waiting?
Yeah.
And I thought about it, and then we connected on a call or something. I don't even remember the trajectory. We connected on a call, and then I was like, okay, that's it. I'm going to launch my business. I literally said to my biz buddy too, same day, I was like, we need to launch our businesses today. There's no point in us waiting. And we literally launched our business in the same day, together, which was really funny. And then we started working together, I think like the next day or two.
Yeah, I remember to this day, I remember like getting off the phone with you and you messaged me and you were like, oh my gosh, I love what we talk about today. I'm going to figure out how to work with you. We're going to make this happen. I'm starting my business. I'm launching my business tomorrow. And I was like, oh my God. And that was really exciting because you were like, definitely this place. You were like, okay, definitely on this day, I'm going to launch it on this specific day. And I was like, but why? So I love that. That's like one of my favorite things about you for sure. But I want to talk about like just how you were feeling before deciding to jump on board to work with me. Like what were the feelings that you were feeling? What was going through your head?
Yeah, so I think before making any major investment, I mean, for me, this was like the biggest investment I have ever made, I think, still to
Mhm.
date. Like multiple smaller investments on the side, but like the
Yeah.
biggest like kind of chunk of change that I had to kind of come up with. It was more money than I had in my bank account. And I, am at a period in my time where I'm kind of cut off from the family funds almost.
Mhm.
Right? I don't have that unlimited supply of, hey, mom. So I had to make this
Yeah.
decision on my own, and it was scary. And I was like, I know I need to do it. I don't know how I'm going to do it. I had just opened up my first ever credit card. I got a Disney credit card because I used to work at Disney. So I was like, I have to have a Disney credit card. And so I had that in my back pocket, and I was just kind of like, I'm going to figure it out. I think I did like a big chunk down payment that literally filled up like the credit on my credit card. And then I was like, we're going to just figure out the rest. I have
Mhm.
income coming in from babysitting, and I think I was going to be left over with like $100 each paycheck. But I was like, I have complete faith that my business is going to be successful with the help that you were going to give me. And I think in the first month was rough, but then I think I got my first paying client in December.
It was soon
It
after. It
was,
wasn't
yeah.
very long after, right? Like I can't
No,
remember, but I think you're right.
no.
December.
I was a bit of a lost soul, but then once December came, we kind of found a path. And then we got the clients, and it was history from there.
Do you remember how you found me, or like what drew you to this program, this 4-month program, and working with me, but specifically the 4-month program versus the other things that I offer?
Yeah, I don't know. I think I just kind of found you. I have no idea how I found you, honestly. I don't
That's
really ever
okay.
think I thought about it.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe I was in your group or something because I saw a live that you were doing, and I don't even know what it was about, but I think it was kind of a bit more tough lovey. Um, and I was like, okay, I need this girl in my life. And then I think we just started chatting. And I think I don't know if you were offering any courses at the time. I don't know, but I just think that I needed the one-to-one deal. I needed the accountability and the time.
Mm-hmm. What has been your favorite thing about working like one-to-one together? One-on-one together.
I know it's nothing major, but I think my favorite thing is that you start every call with asking, what am I grateful for? Which I think a lot of people don't do. And it kind of forces you to change your thinking habits.
Totally. So
Yeah.
you appreciate the shift in thought instantly when we get
Mm-hmm.
on the phone and you're like, yeah, thrown off a little bit sometimes, right?
Yeah.
I love that. I love that. So okay, is there anything else that like, sticks out to you that really makes this program like so exciting for you, that you felt like you're like, oh my gosh, I'm so glad that I was offered this, and this in addition to this program?
Yeah, I mean, I think it was really beneficial, especially at the beginning when I was doing my first couple of launches, to kind of, with you, we literally mapped out every inch of, the launches that I was doing and what was going to be in the packages I was offering, and really getting into like the specifics. I think that was really, really beneficial, especially when you're like a new business and you have all of these crazy things going on in your life and, juggling 2 jobs and everything else. It's really important to have that type of structure.
Yeah. Okay. So you enjoyed the structure, and or just even that support and like the questions of like, well, how do I even do this? Right. Like what even needs to happen? One of my favorite things about working with you is, honestly, your achievements so far, and how you like completely blossomed into this like unstoppable badass. And I know that's kind of like what I help people do, but really you did. Like you were like, okay, no brainer. I'm gonna hit those hairy, scary goals. I'm gonna set them. I know I'm gonna hit them this year. There's no ands, ifs, or buts about it. Do you feel like you were that confident before we started working together?
No, definitely not. I knew that I had goals. I didn't really have kind of like a pinpoint on them, right? I mean, I think my goal for 2018, well, I know what it is. It's really large.
Sure.
It's $450,000, which obviously I know is a very large, scary number. But I know that with the right, system and everything that's completely possible. But I know back in October, I think I was just hoping to have some like side change, like just to leave those jobs and just see where it took me. I didn't have like a 10K month goal. Like that wasn't even on my radar.
Right. So when you first started your business, do you remember what your financial goal, I was trying to think about it. Do you remember what your financial goal was? Along with, of course, confidence and all that, right?
Yeah. I think my package that I wanted to offer, I think I was only going to take on 1 to 2 clients, and the package I was going to offer was going to be 1220 because that's my anniversary. And I was like,
so
1220, what a perfect number.
Yeah.
And I was calling it like a happiness intensive or something silly. It was for like a 1 to 2 month program. So I was only looking to really make like $1,000 to $2,400 a month if I was able to achieve 2 clients. So very, very small.
I want to just first I want to talk about what you've been able to do with your program and how you've gone, I guess you went from 1220, and I want you to tell everybody now what you charge for your one-on-one program. And just really like the journey of up-leveling, your prices.
Yeah. So my current program, I went from doing the happiness intensive to now doing business coaching for 4 months. My VIP exclusive program is 4 months, and I charge about $6,000 for that. And it came kind of slow. I mean, I've been in business for about 4 months. My training is much longer than 4 months, so I am a bit more experienced than that.
Totally.
But as far as my pricing, I really was stuck at like 3,500 for 3 months. Like for like a 3-month program, I was stuck on that number for probably 3 months. Like that was what I was charging, and there was no like changing that. And then okay, so maybe it was 2 months, because then in January was when I upped my prices to about 45 or 54. I don't even remember. I get very confused with numbers. But it was like $4,500 or $5,400 for it was 45 for 3 months and 54 for 4 months. That's why it was confusing, was because I had too many different packages. And then in February, I took the jump to 6,000 after pulling in multiple clients to make sure that I was able to produce that amount of value, even though that's what I knew I could do. Yeah. I just needed that kind of confirmation that I was able to take the next high ticket, step.
So with working together, you literally went and gave yourself an over $4,000 or $5,000 raise. Like, literally within a few months, which is so cool because you were able to get behind that new income level. Your energetic minimum went from, year to year, like, which you can see me, you can't. But, like, I'm spreading my arms, which is super exciting. And I really want to talk about really quickly some of the massive things that you have achieved since we started working together. So I'm going to let you kind of take off with what you think of, and I'll tell all the stuff that I can think of too.
Okay. So in like a timeline, in our first month together, I left my one job because I was working 2 jobs. I left one job. And then I stopped doing free coaching. I was like, oh, I have to do free coaching. I stopped doing free coaching and started charging my value, or what I believed my value was at the time. Then now we're kind of up to like December. Back in November, I also dropped life coaching because I had this misconceived notion that I needed to be a life coach because it was easy and doable. But really it was very hard for me.
Well, and it's what you thought was your calling at first, but then we discovered that that's really not your purpose, right? Like that was like the initial, like, okay, this is what I can start with, but this is my deeper purpose. Okay, so that was December, right?
December. I think it was like the beginning of December. I officially changed my title or something. And it was a major limiting belief for me because I believed that I wouldn't be able to be a successful business coach without having my own successful business. But for me, I have been like completely like trained by the best people. Like my family are amazing. You know, my dad sells insurance and my grandfather has his own consulting business. He consults for insurance companies, but super successful business. And I've literally grown up with this. So I have all of these more brick and mortar skills, but that limiting belief was literally holding me back from thousands of dollars. And then what else? January was a big shift for me. Nothing big changed, but a lot of limiting beliefs came up around charging like prices and stuff. And then what else? Oh, I just quit my last job in February because I completely replaced the income that I was expecting to make until May when I graduate college. And then some. So, I mean, I don't know. I think those are kind of my big accomplishments.
And those are such, like, it's so amazing and so inspiring when, especially because even just, I know recently, your income grew over $3,000 in less than a month, like of your take-home income, which is so cool. Like your take-home income like grew over like $3,000, which is amazing. So those are awesome, like super tangible things. You're like, I quit my job. Like I quit both jobs. You quit both jobs. You're running your business full-time as a full-time college student about to graduate. So last semester of your senior year, about to graduate, you're kicking ass. I want to talk about just a few of the intangible things, like your confidence, your belief level, your taking care of your thoughts. How has working together transformed that inside of you? What achievements in that way do you have?
Yeah, I think one of the biggest things for me is the reflection is like killing me because I keep saying it. But one of the big things for me is I am like a live stream junkie. Like once I break the seal for the day, it's like diarrhea. I just can't turn it off. And when I first launched my business, my live streams were horrible, like complete junk. And there was a purpose for them, right? I needed to grow. I needed to get more confident in who I was. And that came in part with starting to serve my true purpose, which is, you know, more business themed stuff, and along those lines. So it was really important for me to have those like bad live streams, those really uncomfortable ones that I think, don't quote me, but I'm pretty sure I have deleted. But I almost hope I haven't, because I want to go back and do like a before and after, because the confidence in my voice and in my presentation is massive. I think that's I guess that kind of is a tangible result.
I mean, you're very tangible focused, and that's okay. But people can tell that you're talking about your confidence
thing, which is massive. And I know a lot of people are scared of doing live streams anyway, so regardless.
Yeah, so many people are scared of going live. You're so right. So that's so inspirational. The fact that you were like, I didn't know what I was doing, and now I'm like a live queen, right?
What else? I think I have a new set of like expectation for myself and the work I produce, because I went from a place from having to write content to no longer believing I need to write content X amount of times a day in X amount of places and blah blah blah. Like there's some truth to that. But if you're not feeling inspired, and this is something that I learned from you, if you're not feeling inspired, you shouldn't be creating content. And I think, you know, in January, because it was so transformational for me, like mentally, I wasn't posting much. And I was like, oh my God, my business is going to fail. This is really scary. I'm just like not like posting content. And I thought it was due to lack of me being invested in my business, but really it was just like mental stuff, right? Because I was, you know, raising my prices by thousands of dollars and really taking these massive steps. So I think the inspiration is massive, and that's something that is so pivotal in my business, is creating content when I'm inspired instead of forcing content, because there's nothing worse than a forced live stream.
Yes. And now you feel like, I mean, I'm assuming that you feel like things kind of flow with ease as you are,
Mm-hmm.
and you know how to
Oh,
get
completely.
yourself back into feeling that inspiration,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yeah.
Yay! Oh my gosh, yeah, you have accomplished so many massive things, and it's so exciting to like watch your journey. And like literally, I feel like you are just like this beautiful rosebud that like blossomed into this beautiful like rose. Like you're just like, I am here to take on this year, and nothing is going to get in my way. Like you've truly
Mm-hmm.
become unstoppable towards your dreams, which is awesome. Is there anything else that you want to share about your journey with working with me, or anything else that you feel like you haven't said that you would like to express?
I don't think so. I mean, I think it was really awesome, and it was really important for me, I think, to work with you. I think that was a massive stepping stone, because you really did give me so much more confidence than I knew like I could handle, like in like an online space. Like I've always known I was pretty and like that type of confidence, but
Yeah.
like and that's not vain.
Own it.
But like being in like an online space, that there's confidence that needs to happen, and when you're speaking to the world, it's very, very intimidating. And I think that that was something that you really kind of gave me and showed to me, that I don't think I really could have picked up somewhere else.
Mm. Warms my heart. I love it. All right, Miss Maria, can you tell everyone what you're working on right now and where they can find you?
Yeah, so my big hub for everything I do is my personal page, which I believe, now that I'm in the video, is linked above, saying that I was linked in it or whatever. So it's Maria Wick, W-I-K, very simple. And my current stuff that I'm doing is I always have my VIP, but I also am doing a business academy, which is a 4-month mini mastermind, which I am super, super excited about. There's only 4 days left in the launch, the beautiful launch that Brooke helped me set up. Even though I came down with the flu in the middle of it, it's still been very successful. And that's why having a good launch plan that Brooke helped me do really came in clutch. Because when you have the flu, you can't do much. But yeah, no, I think the Business Academy is my most exciting little baby at the moment. And you know, if you want to find out more about that, you can go to my profile, and it's probably like in the first 2 posts that I talk about it. Other than that, I mean, I have a 3-day challenge coming up starting today that I'm very excited about, all about manifestation, mindset, and marketing, in order to attract your high-end clients, which is wonderful. It's so exciting. Why not teach what I know best?
Totally. Okay.
Yeah.
So those are definitely things that are happening like ASAP. So if they want to get in those, they need to like add you on Facebook and ask you for the details, right? Like at Maria Wick, right? So, and of course you have things that are evergreen that are never going to go away. These are available right now. If you want them, go check it out, go reach out to her. But yay, she will always be available to you. Awesome.
Yes.
Well, Maria, this was so much fun. I'm so glad that we were able to jump on here. I'm excited if you know, to see the comments and see what everybody's saying. And yeah, I mean, it has been such a blessing working with you. And I absolutely love everything that you have accomplished. It just warms my soul. So cool.
Thank you.
All right, guys. Well, have a good rest of your day, and we'll talk to you later.
Bye.